Dr. Ryan here. We're going to talk about how does having a good posture, nice, healthy, upright, strong, and healthy posture, actually prevent you from major chronic diseases and health issues. And one of those things is low back pain and disability, because the leading causes of disability, number 1, 4, and 6, are all issues that are related to the spine. So we're going to show you now, up and down like this, okay? And from the side, you want to have nice, healthy curves. Nice C-shaped curve in the neck, mid-back, and then the low back is also a nice C-shaped curve. The mid-back curve is the opposite. Spine functions like an accordion. So all the stresses, strains, tensions, gravitational forces, all physics loading the spine is absorbed and dispersed nice, like an accordion. Okay. When you take that posture and you lose the structure, what happens to these nerves that exit the spinal cord? What do you think happens to the spinal cord itself? What the nervous system looks like this chart behind me, you see that the brain and the spinal cord aren't two different things. They're one thing. So if you have a spine problem, you have a brain problem, okay? Which means the information getting from any part of the body and back up to the brain and vice versa is interrupted. Having healthy posture allows your organs to function better. And what we're going to show you now is examples of studies, spinal studies that talk about age-related hyperkyphosis. What does that mean? It means this, right? What they talk about here is how the risks of falls as you increase or as you age, they dramatically increase, not with age, but with an unhealthy spine, which is an unhealthy posture, right? Right? That's why we work so hard at our jobs to maintain and accrue wealth and savings so that we can have fun, not just now, but later on in life. Are all the other organ systems that can be affected, which means other health issues that we just talked about, right? For example, osteoporosis, sagittal spine postural issues and their relationships to deformities in spinal mobility in an osteoporotic population. So what this study pointed out was that when you have an abnormal posture, which leads to an abnormal mobility of your spine, what does forward head posture do to the actual nerve signals coming out of your neck, coming out of your spine? At this region here, they not only control your arm muscles, they control your heart, lungs. So you can have numbness and tingling, but you might also have heart palpitations or lung issues that you're not aware of. What does that mean? That means that the sensory information that is sent from this region up in your head and into the neck is dramatically reduced, and it affects the processing information, like we talked about earlier when I said you don't just have a brain problem, you have a back problem. Or if you have a back problem, you have a brain problem, because the brain sends information down the spinal cord out to all the nerve cells, tissues, and organs in your body to make them function. It's the energy, it's the electrical signal. Another reason this study is so important is because it looked at asymptomatic people, which means the people that are walking around thinking they're healthy. Oh, my friend dropped over dead after he was running. So many different things go into health, and the number one most overlooked objective parameter for health that I believe is the most important is whether or not your spine and your posture are healthy. There's another study that goes with this that talks about how adjusting the body and getting the spine healthy and adjusting those subluxations or those misalignments in the spine and the nervous system, how those actually affect heart rate variability. Allegedly, the gold standard biomarkers to study the influence on nutrition, on physiological and psychological health. Motor control after cervical lordosis and rehab. What does that mean? Holy cow, that's a long title. What happens when you improve the neck curve is that the autonomic nervous system improves its function and sensory control. You don't just get pain goes away, you get way more improvements. Another study, analysis of sagittal alignment and balance of the spine in asymptomatic populations as a baseline in evaluation of pathological conditions. Okay, critical. How do you prevent back surgery? If you prevent back surgery, what are you also preventing? The number 1, 4, and 6th leading causes of disability or of chronic pain and disability. What does disability mean? Those causes are all spinal issues, and they're also the number 1 misdiagnosed spinal injury. So if you've never heard of ligament injury testing, you've got to check it out. We do that in our clinic especially. If you have any questions, feel free to drop a message, give us a call. We'll get back to you as soon as we can.